I still remember the summer when everything changed. The summer that still haunts my dreams. We were just kids back then, innocent and filled with excitement over the simplest things. My best friend Sarah and I were inseparable, bonded over our shared obsession with Care Bears. Our rooms were practically shrines to them, overflowing with plush toys, posters, and every bit of merchandise we can get our hands on. We spent hours playing together, pretending that we were part of the Care Bear family, spreading the love and joy whenever we want. That summer, something strange happened. Sarah and I were walking home from school when we found a bright colored pamphlet wedged into the fence near our house. It was adorned with images of our beloved Care Bears, all smiling with open arms. Join the Care Bears fan club, it said in bold letters. I remembered how my heart raced as we read on. They were hosting a summer camp for kids who loved Care Bears, just like us. The camp was promised all kinds of activities, crafting our own Care Bears, treasure hunts in the Rainbow Kingdom, and even a chance to meet the Care Bears themselves. Sarah's eyes lit up as she clutched the pamphlet in her hands. We had to go, she explained. I was just as excited, if not more, and we rushed home to ask our parents. My heart sank when my mom looked at the price. It's too much, honey, she said gently. We can't afford that, especially not for something like this. She tried to comfort me, saying we could do something else that summer, but it didn't help. Sarah's parents, on the other hand, didn't hesitate. They were always more lenient, more willing to indulge her, no matter the cost. The day the bus came to pick up the kids for the camp, I remember standing by the curb, watching with a mix of envy and sorrow as Sarah climbed aboard. She waved at me, her face glowing with excitement, while I forced a smile and waved back. As the bus pulled away, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. It wasn't just jealousy. Something about that bus with its faded paint and strange driver who didn't quite match the cheerful tone of the pamphlet didn't feel right. Days passed as I tried to distract myself, but every moment felt hollow without Sarah. I expected to hear from her, a letter or maybe even a call, but nothing came. Then the news broke. The Care Bears producers announced that there was no official fan club, no summer camp. The pamphlets had been fakes, part of a horrifying scam that had lured children away from their homes. The world erupted into chaos as parents frantically searched for their missing kids, but it was too late. The bus camp, the children, they had all vanished. I remember the look of sheer terror on Sarah's parents' faces, the guilt hitting me, knowing that I had wanted to go, that I had been jealous that when she left without me, but most of all, the fear that somewhere out there, someone had taken Sarah, that she was lost, alone, or maybe even worse, and that it was all because of something as innocent as our love for Care Bears. Years passed, but the memory of that summer never left me. The neighborhood changed, people moved away, and new families moved in. But the shadow of what happened to Sarah and the other kids never really disappeared. The cheerful voices that once filled our street were replaced by a quiet that felt more like a constant, unspoken grief. I grew up, moved away, and I tried to leave it all behind. But sometimes, late at night, I could still hear Sarah's laughter in my head. I could still see her waving from the bus. I told myself she might be out there, alive somewhere, and that hope was all that kept that nightmare at bay. Then one day, years later, I got a call that shattered any hope I held onto. The police had found something, no, someone, out in the woods, where the fake summer camp was supposed to be. I listened in a stunned silence as they explained that a hunter had stumbled upon a hidden graveyard, a mass burial site deep in the forest, hundreds of children's bodies, all buried in the same place, and no one was ever meant to find. Among them, they said they had found Sarah. They were still working to identify all the victims, but the officer said that they had recognized her from the little Care Bear charm, the one she showed me the day before she left. saying it was her good luck charm. I hung up the phone and just sat there numb. The truth of it settled over me like a cold, heavy blanket. Sarah was gone and had been gone for a long time, and I had spent all those years clinging to a lie. Now, when I think about that summer, I don't see a bright, happy days of our childhood. All I see is that bus driving away with Sarah inside, heading towards something dark and evil that none of us could have imagined. And I see the forest where the ground holds the secrets of those lost children buried under the layer of dirt and time, forever trapped in that summer that never should have been.